When in the last video for ASP.NET MVC shopping carts, we had built that how to add that item and display the items in that view. Just like if we will open that application in the shopping.index, you can see that all those items in the last video we have added. In this video, we are going to see how to, once you are going to click that add to cart, so it will be add to into the cart, and here I am going to add one cart. So there you can see that how much different items is going to be add. Just close the application, close the browser, and that open layout, that main layout page, that layout. In the layout, first need to add that shopping cart, that a parcel view. It will be the parcel view. I'm going to write this one like a shopping cart. This one is the shopping cart. Click on add. Now that's one view has been added. That is this one is a parcel view, and I'm going to copy something from here, this one, and we are going to move that one nav bar, that nav dash nav, and dash nav dash right. So to move this one to that right, pin nav bar, this one you got to remove nav bar dash right. So here that I'm going to close that UL. After that, need to add that li. So copy one li from here, this one, and paste it here. This one here, it will be display the cart, and for it will move to that something shopping controller, and here I'm going to write like a shopping cart. That will be the action method. Now this particular parcel we am going to add into the layout. Just open that. Well, here I'm going to add that HTML dot partial, and it will be that shopping cart. Okay. Now run the application. Let's see how it will look like. Oh, there's something designed the problem. Just copy. It should be here. Just save it and reload again. It should come here. Yeah, you can see here. So once we will open this, and now I'm going to click into the add to the cart. So here that count should be increase. Just like if I will click this one, then 1, again I click this one, then it should come 2. Okay. Now close this one. So this one is mainly required. So here is that I've created that one method, that is your add to cart, this one function. So now write down the script, type equal to JavaScript, and create one function, that a function name is, and here it will come like an item. So first I will get that item ID. So how you will get that item ID? So just copy this dot attribute. So attributes, because here I have added that item ID. Okay, this one is that one attribute. So from this attribute I will get that item ID first, because I need to because which items you are going to add, that's supposed to be know that one which item you are going to add. So there, for that you should know that one, that item ID. So for that attributes, for here, so write that name. Okay, that the attributes. So now you will get here that item ID. Just check that one if you are getting or not. So item ID, just write here that item ID, your item ID. Okay, just refresh, reload again, let's check. Here click on add to cart. Here you can see that you are getting that item ID. Click here, you are getting that item ID. Now go further, just remove this one. Now write that one where form data equal to new form data. Okay, so form data dot append. So here to append that with the item ID and your item ID, this item ID. Okay, now $.ajax call. Here you should write like a first is async, it will be the true, type, this one will be the get. Okay, get, or you can do the post. The next one will be with the your content type, make it false, process data, make it false, and your data equal to your form data, this data, this head. And for URL, because you need to write that URL, it will be that shopping controller. So it will be the first one will be the shopping, and then you need to create one method that for add to cart, or for write that index, that will be the post. So make it capital, that index, and here that it will be the success, that it will be the function, your data, and if it's error, then function. You have to write like a alert, there is some problem, there is some problem. Okay, till that's okay. Now close that, stop the debugging, and create one index with the post method. So here need to create that it will be the JSON result, and that index, or here it will become one parameter that will be the item ID. Okay, for by default, because it will give the error, so just I'm sending some dummy data like a log get, that's all. Okay, that's is done. Now let's check that shopping controller, check that shopping view model. Because I'm checking that one, if need to create one more class, or it will be managed. Okay, I'm going to create one more class, that will be the shopping cart. Shopping cart, this one will be the shopping cart model. In the shopping cart model, what all fields will be there? First will be your, make a guide or write on string, your item ID. Next one, make a decimal, that will be the quantity. Quantity mostly it will be the integer, but I am writing that. Now next one will be the quantity, then unit price. Then one more, it will be the total. Okay, what else is required? Yeah, one more is required for image path. That write down the string, that will be the your image path. Okay, I think this one is enough now. Item ID, and yeah, one more is missing, that is your image name. That also is required, because that's all data should be displayed, right? So this all is required. Now this shopping cart model, go to the shopping controller. First I am going to create that list of shopping cart models. Now create that object, that for shopping cart model. Correct, that is a shopping cart model. Now here is the main. First of all, because you have that entities, what entities will return? That is will be the, it will return that item, your item it will return. So obj that item, that filter out dot items dot single or default, or make it single, because that once you are going to pass, so that item ID, so means definitely that item will be there. Then model dot your item ID equal to your item ID. Okay, this one need to convert to string. Okay, this will return that your object dot items. Correct. Now first, that particular in the list we'll check that one, that particular item is exist or not, because once if we are going to click 2 times, so that means that quantity should increase, not that item should add. Once the item is exist in that particular list, then it means that we should add that quantity. If it's not exist, then we should add. So first check that one. If dot item, dot any model dot item ID equal to that particular item ID, if it's any if it's exist, then here we will update the quantity, else need to insert. So open that shopping cart model, create the object, or here I'm going to create the object, that obj shopping cart model is equal to new shopping cart model. So here dot item ID is equal to your item ID. What all things is required, they need to add that another image name, that image name or image path. Go that model. No, this one is not image name, it should be item name. After item ID, then image path. Image path you will get from here, that is the object dot image path, right? Then again need to add that after image path and item name, that also you will get from that object or item, that item name, right? Next, the item and the quantity, first times it will be 1 only, so write down 1 dot, after that item name total, the total will be your object dot item name into your item price. You can multiply with that quantity, but value will be same only, so just leave it as it is for here. Then your unit price equal to object dot item price only. Now this value we will add to that list, so this one is the list, so here I'm going to add dot add, so that object I'm going to add here. Okay, right, so first times it will be add. Now go to the next times. If it's already exists, so means like it's supposed to be update, so what we'll do, that one equal to if is that particular list, this one is the list dot single model dot item id equal to item id. Okay, if so I got that. If second times you are going to click, so I'm going to increase that item equal to that, I'm going to increase that item with a 1, that plus 1, it will increase. The next times then means like total also should be changed, so what's the have to do this one total, that your quantity, this particular quantity multiply with your unit price, right on the unit price, so now it will be the total. Got it? I think till now it's okay. Just we'll check, we'll run and check so how it's working, because second times once we're going to add, and what we'll do that one, first it will be the success, we're going to write like a new success equal to true, and I'm going to count also, so count, yeah, like a counter equal to then length of this, so this dot your count. Okay, so in that your where was that index, here in the index here the data will come, so here I will check that if your data dot success, then we'll get that. So need to add, so where you need to add is to go to the here I'm going to write like a new, I'm going to give that id, that your id, so id will be that cart item, so here need to add the index here, so dollar that id selector dot text, what it will be the, so we can write like a cart bracket plus, and it will be concatenated with that data dot, what will the returning data dot counter, so it will be the data dot counter, then again plus like this. Okay, it should become like that. And one more thing need to add here in this topic. Now here I'm going to use that session, so just like first is that session, so it will be the start the session, so here I will write the cart counter just add it here. Cart counter is equal to same like this one. This one is the cart counter, and one more is that cart item. Okay, that two things there. So cart item is equal to your list. Two thing. For cart counter also we'll check in that your shopping.cart. Here I'm going to check if cart counter equal to null. That means it should work like this only. Okay, if it's not null, then it should display your bracket plus your shopping cart counter, then plus equal to, like this way. Till now it's okay. Now open that as a shopping controller. Here we have to write like HTTP post, because this post we are doing here. So this search report, here I'm getting that item ID. So what you have done, so first we are checking that one item ID, we are getting that object item, and then in the list, because this list we have initialized here, and for checking here that if it exists, then we are increasing that quantity, and total also is going to be changed. And for if it's not exist, then it's going to be add. So and after that add, so list I am adding to the assigning to the session. But one more thing you have to know that one, because every request is going to by the HTTP. HTTP request in the sense that once it will be like a fire and forget. Once you make a request, then it will be forget that data. So data will be forget. So that times that list, that particular list, you will not know that the list. So what we can do, because once times it will be fire, so it will be add. Next time again if you make the request, then this particular list will be the empty. So that's why we are using that session. So say session, it will be stored in that your local browser. So that particular data will use. So how we'll check? Here what we'll do, while if we'll check that one, if equal to null, or next time, because that shopping cart, this one will be the empty. So this one, if it's not null, then your list of shopping cart equal to, we are going to assign as list of shopping cart model. List of shopping cart model. If it will be not null, then that list of, then it will be checked. Because first times it will be, if it will be null, that means that will be the empty. Just run the application, let's see. Okay, just run the, let's see how it's working. Open the shopping, click here, add to cart. Okay, this one I'm going to add. Now you can see that this one is increment. If you are going to click here, let's see, there is some problem here. This list, see that this one is going to be empty, but we have to check with that your shopping cart. Let's check that data. It's a shopping cart. The session is there. Here it's not coming. Okay, we'll fix this one. So we are using that cart counter, but it's supposed to be your cart item. Just paste it, save it. Let's run the application. Let's check one more time. Click on a shopping, click on add, it's adding. Click on add here. See, now it's adding. If I click here, 3 different items, click add, 4, this one is 5. Okay, if you're going to click once again this add cart, but it's not going to be increased because item is 5, quantity is changing, but here it will display that only that item. If you will click here add to cart, so it's not going to be changed, that quantity will be increased. Okay, so now I will create one more view. Once you are going to click that cart, so it would display all the items. Okay, just stop debugging. So what's the name of that? Here we have created that a shopping cart. So I'm going to create one action method, that is a public action result, this one. Okay, here it will be written your view. Now going to add the view, and it will be not parcel with, that is a shopping cart. Okay, click on add. So here we need to add the table. For what we'll do that one, go to that controller. Here I am going to return that your list of shopping cart. So here I'm going to return the object of it, just like create the object. If you have initialize here that list of shopping, okay, we are going to use this one, list of shopping cart equal to that your same like here, that session list of shopping cart models, this one. Okay, this one we are going to return here. So that list of shopping cart here, in the shopping cart here I'm going to write like a model, that I enumerable of this. Press Alt Enter. Let's see, it's coming. Now I'm going to create the table. Okay, so your table, and we are not going to create that one header parts, it's not required. It will not look good also. So it will be the for each, but your where that item in your model. Okay, so here I'm going to write like a tr, this one with the tr, the next one will be with the td. So first we are going to display that image, it's like a img image. So src, so src will be your url dot dot content. So content will be your item dot, here it will become that image path. So going to write some properties. Height will be, make it 30 pixel. Let's see how it will be look like. Width, this one also it will be the 30 pixel. And then class will be that image circle, rounded I'm going to use. Okay, first field is done. The next your td. Okay, so next one will be your item name. Okay, so write that item dot item name. Okay, then it will be your td, that it will display here your item dot quantity. Then one more td, here I'm going to add that your unit price. Next one it will be the your total. Side and item dot, so it will display the total. We are going to format also, there's one two strings, so make a format. Same one for total also, and quantity make integer, so to remove this one. This all data will come. This one also we are going to use that one class, that for table condense. Oh, sorry, condense. Here, condense. In the footer part also we should display that total, so we are going to add one tr, then td. Just check that how much column is here. 1 2 3 4. Okay, 4 column. I'm going to use that span, so call span, make it as a 4. Okay, here I'm going to write like a h3, then total amount, your total amount here. And this one, the next column, that is the last column, we are going to display that your total. So I'm going to create one variable here, that is a decimal total amount, make it as a 0. Okay, so this total amount I'm going to add here, the total amount equal to, make a plus, that items dot total. Okay, now it's okay. Make this one a little bit big, 50 pixel. This total amount, it will come here. At your make this one is also S3, and your total amount will display here. This one I'm going to make a format also, that toString, and that style, make it right, so text aligned right, and this one also it will be the text aligned, make it right. Okay, now run the application. Now click on the shopping. Okay, that items, click add. Now click on this one, that cart. Let's see. Okay, it's looking small, very small. So what will change to change that here? Make a style with 100%. Please save it. Reload again. Yeah, but this one also we should move to that right. If you make the total, then it will be like only this value. So you can see that image here is coming. Now again, if you go to the shopping, if you add one more item, so it will be 4. Once again you are going to click, so it will, you can see here it's added. Okay. This one we have to move little bit here, that right side. So go to that, which one need to move, that is unit price, quantity, that here, this one also, just copy this one, that is style, and paste it here. This one also paste. The item, leave the item name, display this. Just save it, reload again. Yeah, now it's looking good. Let's see, we'll try to make a border here. That for this tier, right? Style. Then border it should be top. The top, that will be the 2 pixel solid, and make it maroon. Reload, check, it will come on. Yeah, you can see there is a border is coming. Now if you click here, now change that mouse quantity. Shopping, go to the shopping, that mouse quantity I'm going to click one more time, go to the cart. Let's see, you can see that quantity has been changing. So it's a total is 14,700. Now we will make one button that for save. Okay, so here only we are going to write like a tr and one td. Okay, that column span, make it 5. That write the input type. Input type, that will be the button, and that value, it will be the save. Name also make it as a save, and one more, that class I'm going to use button dash primary. Just reload again. Let's see, move to the date side. Reload. Yeah, you can see there is this save button comes. So once you are going to click on save, then it will be saved to the database. So first of all, need to create that your table, because in the last video we have created only 2 tables, that for one for master item and one for category. So now need to create a table. So this one, for this I'm going to create a schema. Schema should be different, that will be the order, and schema owner is the TBU object. Click on OK. Now add the table. I'm not going to add so much field, just for sample. That will be the first one, with the order ID. Save it, and order date, make a date time. Here I'm going to write like orders, but here also you can add that some number. Okay, if you want, then you can use that order number also. There's so much thing you can add, who is created, but for now I'm not going to make little bit big table. So schema is the order, identity column is that order ID. Okay, this one, save it. This for master, and one more table is required. It add a new table, that for details. So it will be the order detail ID, make it integer. This one will be the primary key. Going to add order details. Okay, order details. Schema will be the your order, and identity column order detail ID. So here that order ID. Okay, so in the order ID, that item ID, item ID will be your, check that it will be a unique identifier, so you have to use that unique identifier. Okay, after item ID, that quantity, so quantity, write a decimal. Okay, then total. Okay, the total, this one will also decimal. Or one more thing is that unit price, that will also decimal. Move this one up. Now save it. The two table has been created. One is the order, one is that order details. Done. Now open the Visual Studio, stop the debugging and close all documents, the Solution Explorer. Here I am going to create one, to create the two model, that one for your order model, okay, then another one for order detail model, therefore this for order details model. Need to add here, just add that here, order ID. This one is not required, but order ID. Next one is that order date and order number. Make a date time, order date, or your order number. Okay, it's done. Now next one is that actually this is not required really. If you will look clearly, it's actually that model is not required. You can write into that your controller here. I am going to add, just write the public, your JSON result, add order. That's all. Okay, that's all you need to require. Make it that HTTP post, this HTTP post, and by default I'm going to return that return your JSON. For time being I'm adding that some dummy data, JSON dot allow get. Till now it's okay. Now here open that entities. First need to that refresh your ADMX file, so that to that update data model, select the table, that order schema, that go the table, click on finish. Now here you can see that two table has been added here, that order details. Now go to that your shopping controller. So what this one, take this one data, because this one is now the list of items. Open that your entities, because here need to add dot your first, it will be add the orders, dot add, what's the order, your order table, order obj equal to new order. Need to add, you can add it here also, just check that order date, that will be the date time dot now. Okay, next one will be the your order number. So order number, going to format this one, string dot format, dd yyyy, date, month, year, hour, minute, change, SS. Just I'm going to create this one. So this one will be the date time dot now. Okay, something error is coming. Oh. Now add that object. This one is already added. I don't know, but the format will come. Okay, now because that one, once you will add it, then you will get that order ID. So here I'm going to hit that order ID, make it 0. Then order ID will come dot object dot order. Now you got the order ID. Now make a for each loop where item in your list. Let's check that. Okay. Now create. Here I'm going to create that order detail. Your order detail. So create that object order detail equal to new order details. This one. So first here, before that, this one we missed something, that for save changes. So first it will be saved. Now add here dot, first what will be value total. So write down there the item dot total. The next one will be the item ID. So item ID will be that your item dot item ID. So need to convert this one as a guide. These need to, because we have used that item ID as a string, but here because that is your guide, so this one need to convert as a guide. So need to change two places we can change. Write the to string it will not work. I'm going to change this one here, that instead of your item ID unique identifier, I'm going to change it to varchar. Make a 550 and change into your data model. So which means that is order details. I'm going to delete this one. And reload again. Update. That is order details. Finish that one. Okay, now it's added. Now we change to that. This one is a now your item ID is varchar. Save it. Open that your controller. Now it's okay. Now the compiler is not complaining. Now this one is item ID. After that order detail ID is the primary key. Then order ID. So here you have to use order ID. Then object order ID dot your, after order ID is that quantity. So write down that quantity, your item dot quantity. Okay. Then this one after quantity is a unit price. So write down item dot unit price. Okay. So the entities, your object entities, dot your order details dot add this object order, then click on save changes dot save changes. That is done. Here I'm going to return that data successfully added. This one is a form, that is a add order. Now this add order I'm going to call in that your, where is that view? Yeah, here is that view. So going to clear that save order. Add is a save order. Now open the script. The type is equal to text.javascript. I think that script is not, we're going to not write this one. We are going to use that using that HTML dot begin form. Okay. So here first one will be that your controller. First one will be the action, that is your add order. Second one is that controller, that is a shopping. The next one will be the post, that is a post. And this code I am going to add here. This code is add here, and this one, the type will be the submit. No need this ID. This one, okay, leave it that. Now I think it's okay. We add order, you're calling that shopping controller name, and this one is a post method. Okay. Now open that controller. It will be not action result, not JSON, and return redirect to action. So redirect to action, where it will be called directly to that your index, directly to the index. Understand? And once it will be done, so your session, make it null, and your count, your counter, that also make it null. Okay. I hope it's clear. It will work fine. Run the application. Let's see. Click on a shopping. You can see the item. Click on add. Now click on cart. You can see the data. I think when desktop price is 0, it's showing. Check in the database. Now click on save. Just save and let's check. It's that I think it's inserted successfully. Just check in that your orders, your order number is like this, and check in your order details. Just refresh this one, your order details. Yeah, your order details. Great. Check one more time. Click on add 2, 3, because this one price is 0, that's why it's coming price is 0. And now go to the cart. You can see that your record. Okay, click on save. Now it's saved successfully. Again you can see, refresh that one, next second order, this one, that order, you can see that's order and your details. Okay, your item ID with that data. Okay, one more thing we can add. Once you are going to add here and you are going to this part, so before clicking this, I am going to add one more button that will click for back to shopping. So go open that your shopping dots. We'll add, copy this one, make a center, remove this one. We're going to write like HTML dot action link, write here back to shopping, back to shopping. First one will be the index, that controller name will be the your shopping. Okay, save it. Now if we'll reload, yeah, back to shopping. If we click here, back to shopping, so it will come here. Now again to click add to cart, we will click here. Now you can see that add to cart. If you want to back to shopping, so back to shopping. Yeah, you can see, so easy. You see, back to shopping. I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you like the video, and if you have any comment, please write down in the comment section. Thank you.